This might be my favorite shoe of 2022, and I don't know if that'll change. Thanks so much for tuning into the Soul by Soul YouTube channel. My name is Frankie, and I'm happy you've decided to join us here today for another special video, and boy, is it a special one. Today, we're taking a look at a brand new silhouette from New Balance, an exclusive colorway, and probably one of the best sneakers to release this year. So let's dive right in and take a look at every detail that makes up the Joe Freshgoods New Balance 9060 Inside Voices. The follow-up to the 990 V3 outside close, the Inside Voices 9060 brings New Balance into a whole new world. The new silhouette takes design elements from the 990 series, and as we go through the details of the shoe, I'll point out some of the inspiration taken from one of New Balance's crown jewels. Freshgoods said that the shoe is meant to represent the warmth that you feel with loved ones when you're inside your own home, your aunt's home, or your grandparents' home. And Inside Voices alludes to the etiquette of the household, where you use your inside voice when addressing an elder as a sign of respect. So not only is the story behind this sneaker conveying the comfort that you get at home, but it's also giving respect to all those that came before, which this sneaker does an excellent job of doing. The 9060 came in two colorways, the penny cookie colorway and the baby blue colorway, the latter being the one that we're currently going to talk about today. Both retailed for $180 and were dropped initially in the Chicago area before Joe Freshgoods released both colorways on his Instagram page, making history in the process according to Meta's product team. Now, the penny cookie colorway would go on to release on New Balance's website and at several other shops like SNS and Bodega, but the baby blue colorway was a JFG exclusive, meaning you could only get this colorway when it released on Joe Freshgoods' Instagram shop or now on the resale market. Before we dive into the shoe, we gotta talk about this box. The top of the box is in this kind of watercolor effect of blue and green tones with the New Balance logo looking like it was painted in and the end painted in that strike-through effect. On the length of the box, you see that instead of Made in USA, it reads Made for Us in script. On the side of the box where the size tag is not visible, you have JFG written out, while on the side of the box with the size tag, you have that New Balance strike-through logo above Joe Freshgoods. And when you open the box, the lid of the box has this underneath it, which reads, "Shh, be quiet, our imaginations are speaking," which is so fire. It's a premium box for a premium sneaker. We love to see it. So with the box out of the way, let's dive into the ins and outs of the 9060. So starting with the front of the shoe, the toe and toe box of the 9060 features the baby blue color in a combination of nubuck and suede, with the outer ring of the toe being in nubuck while the inner ring is in suede. The toe box also features a space mesh material in a light pink color. New Balance logo accents are featured on the toe in pink and in baby blue right underneath the laces of the sneaker. The space mesh material is akin to the mesh featured on all 990 versions previously done by New Balance, starting with the shoe that started it all, the 990 V1. The baby blue designs look very similar to the 990 V3 and 990 V4, the most compared to other 990 models the shoe takes inspiration from. As you move along the upper of the shoe, the baby blue nubuck and suede continue to clash alongside that light pink mesh material. The New Balance logo is in a gold color that is also reflective when exposed to light, similar to other New Balance collaborations Joe Freshgoods has done in the past, like the 990 V3 outside close. The 9060 tag in baby blue is featured on the lateral side of the shoe, which is another allusion to the 990 models that came before it. If you remember, in 2021, New Balance released the 990 version series, where each version of the 990 silhouette was released in a classic gray colorway and featured a red tag on the lateral side, highlighting what version of the 990 the shoe was. So this tag is a nice, subtle way to encapsulate all previous models of the 990 in one feature. The shoe features a beige lace already on the shoe, but it does come with two other laces in pink and in white. The tongue of the shoe is actually in a tumbled leather material, and it features the NB 9060 branding in this translucent encasing. Moving to the heel of the shoe, the JFG logo is featured on the top of each heel with that same pink mesh we saw on the toe box around baby blue nubuck and suede. Inside is on the left heel, while Voices is on the right side of the heel. This is just like we saw on the outside close, so really cool to see the continuity there. Pointing out in between the lettering on the middle of the heel is this TPU heel clip with New Balance branding on it that provides added support and comfort to your shoe. TPU is seen on the 990 V5 in a power strap that wraps around the upper. Moving along the midsole of the shoe, you see the exaggerated look that makes the 9060 stand out in a combination of this EVA foam in a white and bluish green coloring around the shoe, along with Absorb technology in this hotter pinkish tone. EVA technology is utilized on the 990 V4, and Absorb midsoles were introduced by New Balance on the 990 V2 for shock absorption. The inner padding of the shoe is in this quilted-like pattern, which may be familiar to you if you were able to snag any of the A Ma Maniére Jordans that have released in the last year and change. This quilted material though is softer and covers more of your heel and ankle area, and it really gives you that bed comforter vibe to give you that sense of home and the comfort that the shoe is expected to provide. Lastly, the outsole of the 9060s is broken up into 6 sections that have these baby blue gems pointing out of each. While the design looks to provide you more flexibility and comfort, I think this design is alluding to the 6 versions of the 990. Now, I know we've only had 5 officially released, but we've seen teasers and images of the 990 V6, and since this shoe is meant to be a remix of the 990, it would make sense it would feature one added element that serves as an Easter egg to the shoes that inspired it. It's almost like you collected 6 gems to unlock this shoe right here. I mean, wow. I really love this shoe, if you can't tell. And I think what makes it even better is this exaggerated midsole and outsole that you got going on. Man, the comfort is there. The comfort is there. It's one of the most comfortable shoes I've ever worn, and that's just a shout out to the New Balance technology, a shout out to Joe Freshgoods making sure that this sneaker was as comfortable as it looks and as it appears. One thing about sizing that I wanted to say really quick is that I know many may have gone in true to size. I actually did go a half size down because typically when it comes to New Balances, I am a 10 even though I'm a true size 10.5. For whatever reason, it just, there's a lot of room in the toe area. You know, I had a pair of 10.5 by 50s, for example, that, you know, were really slipping off of my foot, and you never want that. So ever since then, I've been going size 10, just 10.5 on a couple things here, like the 2002 Rs, I go 10.5 there. But every 990, 550s, I tend to go 10. And I went a size 10 on this because, again, I was afraid of the heel slippage, and finding out that this was a JFG exclusive, I was then scared that if I did go true to size and it didn't fit, I would kind of be left in a really precarious situation. Luckily enough though for me, I did go in size 10. It did fit me well. Yes, I did have a little loose lacing going on right now, but there is still, you know, a good room for my foot at the toe, on the heel. There's no snug fit. It doesn't feel tight. My foot feels very comfortable. I feel like I can breathe. So if you're like me who tend to go a half size down on New Balance and you're thinking about where to land, personally, for me, I would go just a half size down. Now, if it makes you feel any better, I actually do plan on wearing these very frequently and kind of give, you know, a second review, if you will, of what's happened ever since I've worn this shoe. So be sure to tune in for that and let me know in the comment section down below, hey, what do you want me to be looking for? Do you want me to be looking for if it gets more snug, if it gets more loose? How does the comfort stand? You know, what happens with the sneaker? How dirty does it get? Please ask away in the comment section below because I really want to make that video cater to what you want. But with that, that wraps up everything you should know about the 9060, the newest silhouette to come to New Balance, the newest collaboration between Joe Freshgoods and New Balance, and mwah, another home run here. If you want to look at another New Balance review that we've done, you can look at this video that Mike did on the 990 V2s made in USA and the Conversations Among Us 2002 Rs that Joe Freshgoods actually collaborated on. Don't forget to like this video if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel, and make sure to give us a follow on Instagram @_SoulXSoul. Thanks so much for tuning into this video. Stay tuned for what's next.